Hello all, in this video we will see one scenario-based interview question which was asked to me at the time of cognizant interview. The question was like you have one particular source and you do not know how many records are there, but there are two targets and you have to divide the records like first half of the records will get inserted into first target and the remaining half of the record will get inserted into second target. So this question was quite tricky. I will see how we can achieve the goal. Let's say we have a table called countries. So there are 27 records. So let's say first 13 records should get inserted in one target and remaining 14 records should get inserted into another target. So we will create a new mapping. We will have country as a source and staging row and staging row 2 as two targets. To divide the records at source, we first need to know how many records or how many records are there in the source or the source record count. So the only way from which we can achieve or we can get the record count is by aggregator transformation. So we'll first start that one. Next thing we need to assign row ID to every record, or we need to know the record number. So for that we require sequence generator transformation. So we'll add this to one expression. We'll reset the sequence generator, so every time when mapping runs, sequence will get reset to 1, which is the current value. So we have assigned the value to every record. What we will do is we will pass this into aggregator. So now we will require total record count, so that we can achieve by creating one output port. So this will give me the total record count of our at source. So the next target is to divide the records based on this count. So for that we will require a joiner transformation. Records, we required total record counts also and original records also. So what we'll do, we'll pull these ports from expression and we require total record count from the aggregator. So in order to join these two things, one ports from the expression and one particular port from the aggregator, at joiner level we need to select sorted input, because if for joiner, if sources, if both the sources are similar, or both the inputs both the inputs of the joiner are coming from a single source, that is, if we have a branch in a mapping, so in that case you have to select your joiner as a sorted input. Whereas if sources or inputs coming to the joiner are from two different sources, then in that case you do not require to choose the joiner as a sorted input. As in this case both the inputs are coming from a single source, we have to select the sorted input option, and otherwise it will not allow you to join. So we have connected both the ports which were required. So the next challenge is to put the join condition. See, as in this scenario we do not have any common port or common record or common column to join these two things. So what we'll do is we'll add one dummy column, expression transformation. And based on this dummy column we'll do the join. This dummy column will populate from aggregate also and from the expression also, and this dummy column will give as a condition. Now the main task remaining is to divide the records. For that we will add router transformation. So over here we have current record and we have total record count. So based on these two values we can easily determine the half part of the record. So first half and second half. Things which we require are so if current record, that is next val, is less than or equal to total records divided by 2, then in that case that record falls into first half. If the condition is reverse, which means current record is greater than total record divided by 2, that means it falls under second half. We are done with the mapping logic. We'll just connect to the target. We'll save the mapping. Just verify mapping is in valid status or not. Mapping is in valid status. We'll create the workflow. we'll link these two tasks. We'll just check the connections are proper. We'll select truncate and reload so that in case there are any old record exist, those will get deleted. So we'll run the workflow. So as you can see here, source qualifier returned 27 records. First half, that is 13 records, got inserted into staging raw, and remaining half got inserted into another part. So we'll verify that. So let's say Argentina till India has to be in staging raw, and from Israel onwards has to be staging raw too. Argentina till India in staging raw, and from Israel onwards in staging raw too. I think India is for 2 times. Yes, India is there for 2 times. Okay. So this is how we can achieve the goal. Thanks for watching this video.